All right, dear Volt Army. We're finally hosting another AMA session to answer all your questions and give you completely full update. What I wanted to say at the beginning that some time has passed since our previous AMA, and we had some cool initiatives like Electronic Trail event and some big collabs. And now it's time to say what's the status right now, and we're going good. And actually, what are we doing? So let's just kick off. I will wait for more people to join and we can start a conversation. In the meantime, send this session over to your friends, to all your partners. Let's kick off. All right, Volts, let's kick off. Mr. Volta is here and we can talk about all the things that you had on your mind. So let's start with utility updates. So everything about VoltiCard, SparkBot, DEX, and etc. It's actually the hottest topic. Many of you have asked about the delay. Here is the reason. We hired the original team behind VoltiChange and SparkBot in hopes they could quickly fix the existing issues. However, it turned out the opposite. Since these products were built quite a while ago, the tech stack used to slightly outdated. So it's taking the dev team more time to bring everything back online. About VoltiCard, some of you have already regained access to your cards, which is beautiful. And at the moment, we're still waiting for the bank provider to resolve issues for users who still have blocked cards or frozen funds. The reason for this delay is simple. Bureaucracy. Yeah, freaking bureaucracy as always. For each case, the provider runs full legal data checks on their end, which takes a long time. It also seems that they process issues in batches, not individually. And their official response typically is this process requires strict verification, which is why it takes time. We apologize for the inconvenience. Unfortunately, this is a third party issue and we have no control over their internal process. All right, guys. And for this two previous topics, drop the questions in the chat. We'll go through and answer some of the hottest ones. All right, guys. In the meantime, while the team is collecting the questions, let's go with our next step. So, basically, what's on the agenda? So, first thing is fixing all the current issues, and it will take a couple of more weeks. After that, we'll be changing the responsible teams, likely both the card provider and development team. This will ultimately be for the better and improve the quality of all our products. Please note, if you still have funds within any products, you can rest assured you will get them back. So I see the question about timeline devs fixing the issues, as I said, in the upcoming couple of weeks. So I would say that 2 to 3 weeks and we're going to be good to go. All right, so we see that the questions are very mixed, so I'm just gonna answer all of them at the final end. And now I'm gonna continue with the agenda for the speech that I have. So basically, we are continuing with the next part, and it's the liquidity lock. A lot of questions were related to the change of a platform and the purpose of it. So let's dive into the topic. As you might have seen, liquidity wasn't unlocked. According to the feedback from Everise last time, we didn't reach the required 5% quorum for unlocking the liquidity. So we will be restarting the voting process soon and pushing harder to spread awareness. And you'll ask, why are we doing this? We'll be migrating our liquidity lock to TokenFi, the official locker from VOLT INU. The main reason is security. TokenFi is one of the most reliable and transparent options available today, built by well-trusted team. This migration won't affect users in any way. It is done to keep up with the market and use the modern technical infrastructure. Yeah, and it will also open the new partnership opportunities, of course. I forgot to mention about it. We'll share more on this, of course, soon and improve the overall user experience. But let's be honest, it's just better to use the newest and best products as the market moves on, and we should stay updated as the community. All right, once again, I see a bunch of questions about listings. So let's talk about listings. We are in active talks with several exchanges, and there's been a real progress since our last AMA. We want to assure you listings are coming. It's just a matter of time. We simply need to boost our trading volume, which we expect to achieve with our upcoming marketing campaign. And speaking of that, of course, we need to mention our marketing campaign. So, new product is coming. Guys, that's a big announcement. New product is coming. It's time for some exciting news. As I already said, we work on a new major product for the VOLT INU ecosystem, and we've already dropped some hints on our Twitter. Anyone knows which hints? Maybe you can drop it in the chat. So we'll see who is the real researcher out there. Oh yeah, yeah, you are extremely right, guys. It's our Telegram game, but not just another clicker. It will include financial mechanics, bringing a fresh audience and giving Voltino strong visibility across Web3. We prepared a massive promotion plan for it, so a new marketing wave is coming soon. And part of it, I will review right now, which is partnerships and Twitter Spaces. We'll also be hosting more Twitter Spaces with other project. Open mic session are coming back. We've built a new partnership stack, so stay tuned for more announcements soon. Check all the social media of ours because we gotta be dropping information in portions, but if you track it, you'll see it. And of course, one of the marketing parts that we have is burning events. Of course, we cannot forget about burning, as I already said. Those events will start after the game's release, along with other Volt Inno products. The out season is coming, and Volt Inno will be 100% ready for it. And guys, I'm checking the chat. Drop the questions in the chat. I just revealed the entire agenda of ours, everything that we were hiding from you all this time. So now we are down to answer to some of the interesting questions. All right, I see the question. Are you upgrading the utilities or just bringing them back online? As I already said, initially we will bring them online and then either we will update them or introduce new utilities depending on the demand. So it's all dependent on the activity of the community, guys. You guys are asking, is Voltoshi still with us? Yes, it's still with us. All right, you guys asking, have you spoken with the KuCoin team to remove the SD sign? We're actually on it, and we've done all the metrics to remove the SD tag, so it's just a matter of time. All right, another question. Somebody said that I was not able to vote in the last vote because Avarice, all the people who had the issues with Everise will we will actually collect their feedback after the AMA. So guys, if you had any issues related to that, drop your message in the chat. We're gonna collect it and work on that. All right, guys, went through the questions and as usually a lot of questions about market makers. It's really important topic because a lot of market makers actually do not help the projects, but on the opposite, ruin the chart. And it's last crash, and yeah, that's how last crash happened. For those who didn't know, rumors said it's also because of the So once we will finish all the negotiations with market makers, we will definitely let you know. But for now, the entire market making market is too tricky, so we are keeping our hand on pulse and trying to figure it out. So a bunch of questions about website update, and I must admit here that website is being prepared and will be updated after the utilities are fixed. So first utilities, then the website. Also, to answer all the questions related to migration, there is no plan for another migration. Liquidity transfer won't affect users and it doesn't require any type of token migration. Yeah, you guys asking, are we gonna have regular AMA update like once a month and every 3 months? And yeah, definitely. It's just what we are doing. We're bringing back Twitter Spaces and we'll be hosting community AMAs more often. So check our social media, guys. Check it out. All right, you guys asking what will be of Bullet Rain and VDSC games? All right. So I'm gonna answer to this one that right now we are more focused on our Telegram game. After we will release all the products and plans we have, we will be back to the Bullet Rain and VDSC games. All right, guys. Looking for the last question. Let me choose the best one that is out there. All right, and for the final question, I see that somebody's asking, do you plan on pairing with Solana as well? That would be a good idea. Yes, it is in the plans, but we firstly should release all the products to attract Solana community. So product first, and then we're diving deep into the Solana community. All right, guys. As I mentioned previously, now we're going to have this AMAs more often. As I said, the first thing that is the most important is to fix all the issues, and our developer is going to fix it in the upcoming 2 to 3 weeks. And we're going to also present more and more of what we are cooking to keep you in touch. All right, guys. And I need to mention at the final ad that a lot of questions of yours will be responded in the chat because they are repeating what I answered before. So next time you turn into AMA, turn just at the beginning to not lose any interesting stuff. And for now, mentioning again that we're expecting greenish season. So let's get ready for the odd season and pump the thing out of it. And for now, thank you so much for this AMA today. It was exciting to see all the folks in the chat and looking forward to have these sessions more often. Cheers, guys.